Okay, as usual for chair yoga, this is Beth. Have a seat in your chair. Hip walk yourself back and either sit tall on your sit bones or let the chair hold you as we do some breathing. Is it just me or am I still blurry? All right, settle in. It's really nice during this part of class if you can close your eyes. If that makes you feel a little wobbly, then please leave the eyes open, but you can just look down at your hands or the carpet out in front of your toes. Just something that helps you focus a little more inside, letting go of the outside world. And as you start to focus on your breath, I just want you to think about light. Like right now in Whatcom County, as the leaves start to turn, the light has a nice kind of golden feel to it. But your light can be anything you like. But you're just breathing in light into your body, whether it's lightness of mood, light cleaning out your cells. And your light might have some warmth to it or some cooling. And if your body is willing, let that breath be in and out through the nose. See if you can slow down the last few of these. And one great way to start slowing down your breath is on the exhale. Just let that go on a little bit longer. Not to the point of anxious for air, just a little extra squeeze on the toothpaste tube. Wonderful. Then I'd like you to just blink your eyes a few times, whether they've been opened or closed. And then take a breath. And if you've been leaning back, bring your body up nice and tall. And we're going to do the ah-oh-um breath. So you're just going to gently take a breath in. And the first one, we're just going to ah. So you're just going to ah with a very relaxed jaw. And on your next exhale, we'll do the O. And think of the O as opening up the roof of your mouth, the back of your throat. Oh. And the third exhale, you'll just hum any note you like. And we're just going to do 5 or 6 of these where you do all 3 sounds on the same exhale. So remember, the ah is really big. You can easily let all your air out too soon. So have some control on that one. Take a breath. Nice and easy, not too loud. Ah. Notice the vibration move around your body with the different tones. I notice my shoulders kind of let go and lower as I move through the tones, but whatever you notice is awesome. Last couple. Any speed that works for you. Great, and then we're just going to do one more breath thing. This can be done in bed or on the floor where your back's held a little more firmly, or you can just, again, hip walk back and and feel the back of your chair. Because what you're going to do is breathe into your belly first. And so you get that little round ball, and picture that ball of air like a little bowling ball or something. And then all we're going to do is bring the abdominals in, let them go, bring them in, let them go. So that bubble of air is going to be low in your lungs and get pushed up, low and get pushed up. So basically it's like inside your body is pushing your lungs to expand. Don't do anything that doesn't feel comfortable. So when you're pushing that bubble of air around, you're not letting any air in and out of your mouth. So again, I don't want you to hold your breath any longer than you're totally comfortable. So relaxed belly, breathe into it. And then just pull the belly muscles in and push them out, in and push them out without letting air in and out of your mouth. And then as soon as you're ready to take a breath in, you do so, relax. And now before your next breath, I want you to gather those abdominals in. So we're going to start with the bubble of air up high. So breathe into the, what you picture, your upper lobes. And then belly goes in, out, in, out, in, out. So great for your abs and great for just punching those lungs out to more flexibility. And then just let that go. So you can have a lot of fun with that one. Again, you can do it a lot more variations, but we're just going to stop with that one. All right, walk yourself out so you've got room behind you so you don't run into the back of your chair. So about 2/3 of your hamstring off the chair. Take a breath sitting tall and exhale, roll that spine back, letting your chin go toward the chest if that feels good. And then inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll back on your tailbone and just feel your spine rounding out one vertebrae at a time, finishing at the upper back, neck. One more. And then sitting up tall, take a breath. And as you exhale, you can do the standard, just gentle turn, the weight of the arms to the outside of the legs. And then each time you inhale, you're straight ahead. Exhale, you're rotating a little bit. I'm going to go right into the opposite arm, coming across either to the outside of my upper arm or resting on the top of my shoulder. And then neutral. Exhaling as I rotate, keeping my posture nice and tall. One more each side. And back to center. Great, we're going to do a little swimming as we breathe. So we're going to start with breaststroke. So you're just going to inhale as you scoop those arms back and exhale. Breathe it in. You can exhale through your nose or your mouth. Well, you can inhale through either one too, whatever works for you. But again, if the nose has got enough volume for you, inhale through the nose. One more of these. And let those arms go soft and then dangle. So your crawl stroke can be as little as a shoulder roll. Inhaling and exhaling. If you want to bring those arms up and reach forward. But if you think about crawl stroke in the pool, your torso would be at the top of the water. And so if you want to take your arms up alongside the head and get a little more realistic one. But again, taking care of shoulders. And then let those arms come to a rest. And again, backstroke with just the shoulders or low elbows. A little further out, or all the way up, like you're combing your hair back. And then bring those arms down. Can't leave out dog paddle. So Please have your tongue out for this one. Kind of like a quick little pumping of air. And let that go. All right, gonna let those arms hang down. Take a big breath up. Bring one leg to the chest. Exhale. As you set it down, you use the sides of your chair to hold on with your fingers, and you just stretch that chest open. And then when you're ready to exhale, fingers flare out behind you. Tuck your chin a little bit to open the back of the neck and go into airplane pose. Take a breath up. Exhale, second leg to the chest, squeezing your air out. Set that foot down, reach back. Get that nice open shoulder to shoulder stretch. Airplane pose. And again, nice long neck from the base of the skull to the tailbone. One more each side. Breathe it in. Hug and exhale. Set that leg down, reach back. It's really nice, the shoulder blades squeeze into the muscles of the upper back. Airplane pose. Remember to stretch the hands out wide. Last one. Leg. Once your foot's on the floor, you're reaching back. Nice lean forward. And then airplane pose, shoulders sliding down toward the hips. And neutral. Fantastic. Walk those feet a little closer together. Roll over onto one edge. Lift the balls of the feet, roll around. So you're just following the circumference of both feet, both rolling clockwise or counterclockwise. You know, when we do circular things, we'll get around in the other direction. And the other way. Feeling the lower legs, ankles, feet. Great, and then give that a pause and lift the ball of one foot and the heel of the other and just gently rock back and forth. You can put as much torso into it as you want or just keep it in the legs. Definitely breathe with it. And then let that relax. Fantastic. Walk to the edge and just briefly open up those legs. I like to turn my hands, fingers in, because then when I lean forward, I get a little nicer warm up for the inner thighs. Whatever feels nice and supportive. You can stay totally vertical and just let those legs open. And on your next exhale, just look to one side and let the torso rotate a little bit. And then inhale, straight ahead. Exhale, a little bit of a turn. One more each side. And then walk those feet back in. If you've got some water handy, have a drink now as we change from seated to standing. And of course, if you want to stay seated for the whole class, that's just great. Whatever I do standing, feel free to modify it for a seated position. And the first thing we're going to do is mountain pose. And so I'd like you to do this in front of your chair. Usually I have you go right away behind your chairs. Change the angle here a little bit. Because it's really nice when you're doing chair pose. You can challenge yourself a little more if you have that chair behind you, if you need to sit down all of a sudden. So chair pose is going to start with mountain pose. So you're going to look down at your feet. Going to get them parallel rather than turned out, which often we do for balance. And then the arms just comfortably down alongside. And just for a moment, turn your thumbs out. And that's just going to open up your posture. And then go back to neutral arms. All right. Going to inhale, bring those arms up, straight out from the shoulders or slightly downhill. And as you exhale, you're going to do chair pose, which is lowering your rear end as if there was a chair at whatever height you wanted it. And then bringing the arms down. So if your arms aren't tired, please leave them up the whole time, but have them out for the chair pose. And if you need a rest, bring them down for the vertical. So you might want to leave your torso above your hips for chair pose, or it might feel really good to you to angle and bend at the hinging at the hip. Do what feels good on your back, your muscles, your balance. And then take a little break on the arms. And I'm going to stay sideways just for a moment so you can see that what we're going to do next is press down on the balls of the feet and think of the top of your head going straight up so that you don't launch yourself forward. Just a small heel lift, and then again a chair. So when you're ready, arms back out. Inhale the heels up. Exhale the heels down. Lower the hips any amount you want to. Inhale, go tall and heels up. Exhale, heels down, chair pose. So this keeps our bodies strong for getting in and out of cars, in and out of chairs, all that stuff. Last one, heels up. Wow, I didn't launch myself forward once today. And back to neutral, shake out those arms. Hey, shake the legs too. Now you'll be behind your chair, I'll be out in front so you can see me, but from behind your chair, you're gonna have one hand resting on it. This time you can turn your toes out a little bit wider stance. So here's the hand on the chair. I want you to inhale and open up your arm. Exhale, reach under that support hand. Inhale, rotate. So if you follow your hand with your eyes, get a nice torso rotation. Shift a weight from foot to foot. And the next time we swing open, leave your arm up there. Think about your weight on your leg that's on the same side as that high arm. And then when you exhale, you can bring your elbow towards your knee a little bit, leaving your torso nice and tall. Or you can get a little more crunchy and curl and then extend. So again, whatever amount of elbow toward knee that feels good today. And then reach it up and bring it back to neutral. Again, just loosen everything up. Other hand is your support hand on the chair. Take a breath, open up to the side, reach under. Breathing in, squeezing it out. And the next time that arm is up, leave it there, get your balance on that one foot, and then bring them together, take them apart. Leaving the torso tall, or really crunching the abdominals by rounding the back. One more. Then opening up, coming back to neutral. Fantastic, we're gonna do 5-pointed stars, one of my favorite, big fan of starfish. So comfortably wide heels, toes pointing out, nice relaxed arms. Take a breath, coming up into the star shape. Exhale, bend your knees and elbows. Again, you can really bring them in close, bend a lot or just a little. Inhale, everything back out in the star shape. Exhale, pick one arm to go high and the other low. Remember, anytime you're doing a side bend, keep yourself nice and flat like a piece of paper. Inhale back to the star, another scrunch. Another inhale, opening up. Exhale the other arm up. Back to level. Elbows and knees. Reaching out. And relaxing. And then we're just going to do that one more time. So this is a nice combination of strength and stretching. So inhale, arms level. elbows and knees. Inhale, open up. Pick one side to go tall first. Inhale, back to level. Scrunch everything in. Breathe out. And then inhale. Exhale, other arm high. Inhale, back to the star. And one more, elbows and knees. Reach it out. And let those arms relax. As you walk your legs in, again, just nice and easy. Shake it out. All right, we're going to do a little balance with the movement we often do for the hip of opening the gate. So you might have a firm grip on your chair. You might just have a couple fingernails resting on it for reference. You might try not hanging on at all. But we are moving that leg in and out to the side, which is a balance challenge for sure. All right, abdominals, say hello, bring them in a little bit. You're standing on the leg closest to the chair. So you could just lift your heel, leaving the big toe on the floor as you move that leg in and out in a slow swivel. If that's coming pretty well, and you can do your hands heart center, or you can have them out, helping in any way they need. We can lift that foot up a little bit, but keeping the knee low. You could open up your arms. Whoa, yeah, challenging. Fingertips together, arms apart. So when I'm coming back, I put my toe down because I'm getting wobbly. All right, most challenging probably, just because the knee's sticking out more, is that knee straight ahead of the hip. So again, any variation on this. And I find if I just move a little slower. So with balance, it's always that combination of challenging yourself, which clearly this one is challenging me. And remembering to breathe, Beth. All right. And then set that down, shake out your legs. Of course, other side. Again, next to your chair. And never be shy about holding on to your chair for balance exercises, especially something like this. We don't usually do this one. It's new, a little more challenging. You give yourself some success. So again, on the big toe, swiveling out, slightly off the floor, or trying it sticking way out, which is a lot more weight shift for this leg to contend with. Hands heart center, or opening and closing the arms with the leg. Definitely say hello to your abdominals, maybe a little bit of the rear end. And then open. And again, I recommend a fairly slow rotation, giving all your muscles a chance to adjust. I'm definitely having better luck on the foot that didn't ever have a broken ankle. And again, breathe with it. One more. And relax it down. And now the wonderful sun salutation. So you want to make sure that behind your chair, you're going to have room to move yourself back and then also either touch a toe or extend the leg. So I better move a little further away so I don't kick my fridge. And then you just want to walk up to your chair so that you can stand tall with your fingertips resting on it. And you don't have to hunch or be hinged forward. Mountain pose feet. So again, hip width, toe straight ahead. And then relax those arms down alongside your body. So this is vinyasa, which is a flow of positions one after another. If it feels awkward the first time you do it, it gets easier. And we will go through the whole thing twice, stepping back first with one leg and then the other. So whichever leg you do the first time, switch as we go through again. All right, turn the palms out, take a big breath up. Bring your hands together any height that works. Exhale, go right past your heart and rest your fingertips on the chair. As you inhale, just picture your sternum, your heart, your lungs yearning up toward the sun. And then exhale, pick your first leg to lead with. Step back, maybe your heels all the way on the floor, maybe not, it's fine. And then you either let go with both hands and bring yourself tall, or you choose to leave the same hand as the back leg as a balance reference. All right, exhale, step your other leg back. We're gonna go into downward facing dog. Now, when I do this, I usually feel like I just need to move my feet a little further back. And then we stay here for multiple breaths, just to give us time to let go of the rear end and the hamstrings, let the back lengthen. See if you can relax your feet, your calves. Maybe your head's between your arms, maybe it's not. So maybe you have a little bit of a tent shape, a roof shape, or maybe it's a flat tabletop. All depends on the muscles through the arms, armpits down the rib cage. See, and our last breath here, if you can just let go of the tailbone a little bit. Think about which leg you led with. And as you inhale next, you're gonna take that toe back on the floor or extend it. And then you're gonna exhale, step forward in another lunge. You're gonna inhale and lift the torso up, letting go of the chair with one or both hands. And then you're gonna exhale, step your other back foot forward. Inhale, the hands come right up past the nose and as high as you wanna go. And exhale down to the sides of the body. So once again, this time you'll step back with your other leg first. So inhale up. Exhale right past the chest until the fingertips are on the chair. Inhale, floating your torso up. Exhale, other foot stepping back. Inhale, lifting again, the rib cage up. Exhale, both hands on the chair as you take your other foot back and go into downward facing dog. Again, you can have straight legs. You might need a little bend in your knees for a comfortable back. Just find the most pleasurable way to lengthen your torso and relax up and down the back of your legs as you can find. If you have bend in your knees, just straighten that as you get ready to take your next inhale and take that foot back. Exhale, swing it forward for the final lunge. Inhale, lifting yourself up. Exhale, stepping the back foot forward. Inhale, floating the prayer position, hands up. And then exhale down to the sides. So at the end of sun salutation, I usually feel like my posture is really nice. I feel taller than normal. Yay. And now have a second drink of water, please. And then for the last part of class, we'll be seated again, doing a little bit longer stretches. Other things. And to start with, just a little bit of hip walking forward and back on your chair. Using that nice tall spine you got in sun salutation to move yourself around. And then walk to the front edge of your chair. We're going to start with a little bit of head and neck, so you don't have to be right on the edge just yet. Find your comfortable posture. And on these neck stretches, you always want to be very gentle with your stretch. I'm going to come a little further forward just to be clear. This is like somebody is coming up and just pushing your nose. So you just want to go back, make as many double chins as you have. So it's not a down like this neck stretch. You just take the curve out of your neck, and then we're going to stretch the side and a few rotations. But again, it's very gentle. You just move your nose as far back as it feels good. So shoulders relaxed. So imagine that hand just gently moving your head back an inch or two, and then just a gentle tilt to the side. And then you float back up, and when you do, your head's probably in its normal position, so you just move it back, tilt to the same side. And relax. Gently move back, and slow tilt. And neutral. And we'll do 4 of the tilts to the other side. So again, as you pull that nose back and you open up the back of the neck, keep it super friendly. This isn't one where trying harder is good. Move the head back. So now we're tilting to the second side for the second time. And neutral. So it's a little different than holding a regular stretch. So back and tilt. It's the slow moving in and out of positions that can help release and get range of motion. And then we're just going to do a few where you do the same thing. You just move your whole head back an inch or so. And then you just gently look to one side and back. And again, you're just moving through a comfortable range of motion, not straining. So shift your head back. Look to the same side again. Back to neutral. Last time. Back. Looking. Relaxing. So 3 rotations to the other side and we'll move on. Shift the head back. Turn eyes, nose, and chin gently. And return to center. Shift back. Slow turn. And release. Last one. And relax. So it's that shift back and again, opening and lengthening the back of the neck that makes these movements a little different than a lot of things we do. Fantastic. So now up to the front edge of your chair. Flow through one side of the body and then we'll do the other. So start with that hip stretch. You're either going to cross over down at the ankle, sitting tall, hinging forward if you want a little more stretch. Always support yourself on your non-stretching out to the side leg. Or if you like it up on the quadricep, just make sure that's knee and hip friendly for you. And just sitting gently tall to start with, and then just only a hinge forward if you feel like you're not getting a stretch otherwise. And if you're watching the screen as you hinge forward and your chin's way out, you might take a moment to look someplace else a little further out on your carpet, opening up the back of the neck, at least for most of the stretch. Great, and then sit tall. This is your stretching leg. We're going to do 3 in a row on. So you're going to uncross it, leave that on the outside, turn on your chair, put your hamstring sit bone on the edge of that chair, and this one's free to go into a quad stretch. So you're going to walk forward, walk that knee behind you with your toe extended or tucked. Whatever helps you just relax through that quad the best. And then your torso and eyes should be looking out over your seated leg. Your arm should be on the back of the chair so that rather than trying to hold yourself up with this leg, you just let that knee hang down. And then take that free hand and just drape it down alongside you. And then move it just behind the rear end. That's enough of the stretch on the front of the shoulder for you. Leave it there. Otherwise, leave your elbow where it is, but just move your hand over across the body, pointing toward the back of the chair. So just gently opening up the rotator in front of the shoulder. Let that arm come around. Lean into your chair so you can bring your leg out to the side. getting that inner thigh. If you find yourself leaning over your leg or toward the back of the chair, maybe that's just to relieve too much stretch, in which case that's fine. But otherwise, just try and have your body weight right over the sit bone, as long as it's still comfortable on all your muscles. All right, think about some blinking of the eye, and then each time you open it, open your eyes, look at a different place in your room. And it doesn't have to be extreme. Down to the corner, blink, up to the ceiling, blink, in towards your nose, blink. Yeah, so just getting those little fine-tuned eye muscles working out a little bit. And then relax that, bring that leg in, and now we're gonna turn to the front and do the other side. So again, you might have different needs for different sides, whether it can be down on the foot or up on the thigh, how it feels on your muscles, your joints. The taller you sit, the more the muscles around that hip are going to feel the stretch. And if that's not enough, then you do the lean. Once you see what we're doing, lower your eyes so the back of the neck can stay open and relaxed if you're hinged forward. Shoulders relaxed. And sit tall. Open it up, turn to the other side. The quad stretch. So I like my toes tucked, but I know a lot of people in class like that extended foot. Couple fingers on the back of the chair or a draped arm, whatever just keeps you able to relax down this leg and not feel like you're going to topple off the chair. And then this outside arm relaxed alongside, just barely behind the hip on its own side. Or a little more elbow bend, fingers pointing toward the back of the chair. Notice your breath. Relax that arm. Again, I like to lean toward the back of the chair so it's super easy to move my leg out into the new stretch, inner thigh. You can have a neutral ankle, that's awesome, rather than rolled extremely one way or the other. Just resting on that inside edge of your foot or shoe. Once you've got that comfortable, again, you can do a little leaning to change the intensity on that inner thigh. And this time as you blink, it's a slow blink with a little more pressure of the upper eyelashes against the lower ones. So it's all about eyelid pressing a little firmer, not scrunching up from underneath. And those little slower, more firmer blinks stimulate your tear ducts. Sometimes that's a great way to clean out the eyes. And then relax them. Fantastic. Draw that in. And get comfortable in your chair. And we're just going to very briefly wake up the ears. So what you do is you just make your little pinching for the earlobes, or I curl up the whole finger and thumb to grab the whole ear. You don't have to work the ears hard, so don't feel like you're pinching muscles, your hands will get tired. So just find those earlobes, just kind of explore. Gentle pressure and release, gentle pressure and release. Or what I like a lot is to press and then just kind of roll my index finger against the thumb a little bit, waking things up. And do the very edge of your earlobe. If you have earrings, just work around them. And then go for the curled up finger and the whole thumb. And just for a while, think about how that thumb feels on the back of your ear. So your curled up index finger is just kind of the support on the outside of the shell. And your thumb is waking up a part of your body that doesn't get a lot of stimulus unless you're a wild and crazy hairbrusher. All right, now your thumb is the support and your index fingers just gently exploring the shell of your ear, not poking down into the ear canal, just saying hello to the dents and whorls and ridges. And then just let that relax. Breathe for just a second. And then we're going to do one more thing for the right in front of the ear, which is nice. All right, when you're ready, just your index finger or your two longest index and middle finger, but just take your index finger right in front of that little flap in front, and you're just going to draw it down to the corner of your jaw, and then you're going to press that one or two fingers up into the temple. And as you go up and down a few times, you want that index finger to go right between the cartilage and the bones of the face. There's kind of this little space between the jaw bone and the ear cartilage. But you definitely want to go above and below, just taking all the tightness out of the muscles around your jaw and face. And that can kind of affect the ear. So, all right, let that go. Fantastic. Now we're just going to do our usual full body relaxation. So find the most comfortable place in your chair, supported in the back. You might want to rest your knuckles with your palms up on your lap or vice versa. Just pay attention to how your shoulders and arms feel. And again, if your eyes can be closed and you're comfortable with that, great. And as you close them, first thing I'd like you to do is just notice how warm your ears are. And then create your own warmth and just start warming up the top of your skull. You can imagine that warmth pouring down over you like a nice hot shower or sunshine from the sky. But your scalp muscles just soften and relax. From the crown of the head down around those ears and down the sides of the neck and into the shoulders. From the crown of the head down the back of the skull into the base of the skull, muscles of the neck along the spine, warming down into your upper back. And then once again from the top, flowing into your forehead, warming all the muscles that control those busy eyebrows, warming your eyelids and the eyeballs themselves, and the corners of your eyes, the temples, the muscles down your nose and across your cheekbones and deep into the sinuses. Just warm, and everything that warms, relaxes, softens. The muscles of the cheek, your upper lip, the gums, the tongue, the back of your throat, warm and relaxed. Tip of your chin, down the muscles along the throat. And then just imagine a very warm necklace of warmth around your collarbone, upper back. Excuse me. And let that warmth flow once again around and swirling through your shoulders, down the muscles of your upper arm. And remember, as you're creating this warmth and traveling through your body, try and be as thorough as you can, like all the way to the bones, all the way out to the skin, not just a skinny little line. Backs of the arms warm. Your elbow gets flooded with that relaxation and overflows into your lower arms. Your wrists feel all warm and relaxed, and then the palms of your hands. And you might notice that your index finger and thumb feel extra warm, having just massaged your ears. So let a lot of warmth flow into them, but also those other parts of the hand and fingers. And then take a breath and think of a warm waterfall from shoulder to shoulder across your chest, flowing in and amongst the ribs and warming up your insides and the muscles and down into your abdominals. warming up your stomach and your intestines, liver, and then the muscles that go into the hip flexors. And then take a breath and create warmth under each armpit and flow down the sides of the body. Again, rib cage and then waist, the muscles across the outside of the hips. And one more journey upward. Nice big waterfall across the upper back, flowing over the shoulder blades and under and weaving in amongst the ribs and relaxing and warming your lungs. And then into the lower back muscles and kidneys, into the top of the rear end, softening and warming up all the muscles in the glutes and down into the sit bones. And as you start to relax your thighs, remember that all the way out to the skin and all the way into the bone, backs of the legs, sides, tops. All that warmth flow into and swirl around the knee, creating space, lubricating, relaxing down the back of the lower leg, top of the calf, flowing down into the heel, and then along the shin bone. Relax the top of your foot and ankle, inside and outside. And then the arch of the foot gets warm and relaxed, and the ball of the foot, pads of the toes. And just for the last few breaths, let that warmth and relaxation flow from the top of you, flowing out through the fingers, toes, tailbone. Just renewing every cell. And you start to move those toes and fingers and blink your eyes. Sit a little taller, let your arms relax down alongside. And when you're ready, take a breath, arms up. Hands heart center as you exhale. Namaste. Well, thank you all. Sorry about the little slow start. Kept you a few minutes late because of it.
Thanks, Beth. Thanks, everyone.
Beth, great class. Really enjoyed it.
Well, thanks a lot, and thanks for coming.